All right, y'all. So obviously, I've been playing this Nikke game for a long time. Sorry if I do look a bit sweaty. I'm not sure. I just came back from the gym. We are on our third week officially of the gym, so clap it up. I'm gonna keep you guys updated when I record the video, and I'm like late because I left a little bit later today for the gym. I was fighting with myself for 2 hours before I actually got up and went to the gym. It was hectic. But today I want to talk about one solo character that's genuinely like, if you sit down and you ask yourself, what character from the beginning till the very end never had a fall off, right? Because like you would think Scarlet, but then Scarlet had a major fall off, right? She only got revived recently because of Trina, right? You would think Modernia, but like I feel like Modernia hasn't fully fallen off, right? But she's definitely fallen off to a point where it's like, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it for Modernia, right? But I just realized there's one single character that I believe never had a fall off. And like from the beginning of the game till even now in 2025, they've been just sitting there in the same type of like spot, like realistically. And that's Snow White, right? Is that crazy? Is that crazy to say, chat? Let me know. I feel like Snow White is the only character in the game since the beginning to the end. She's just evolved with whatever the meta is, right? Now, obviously, when I say that, I don't mean like she's a main meta character, right? But when we're talking about all these supports, like, because literally this character has everything besides true damage, right? And I guess distributed damage and sustained damage. Like, she doesn't get those, but she's a regular character and a piercing character. So those, like, the top 3 supporters in the game, Crown, Bunny, Aid, Grave, no specific order, those are all characters that buff up this character tremendously because she does get the pierce effect, right? Basically, long story short, Snow White was a character that you wanted her burst skill to be maxed out because once you got her burst skill, she would have like a 1 round shot that did like 1000% full charge damage, as you guys see there, and it does deal 500% of final attack, right? But she also gained the pierce effect, which is crazy, right? Not to mention, if this character crit, she would go crazy, right? So today I want to try using everyone's, I want to say favorite character. I don't feel like anybody hates Snow White. I've never met someone who's like dislikes Snow White, right? But in today's video, I want to use Snow White and basically just see like, boom, how good is she, right? Obviously this is not going to be the best showcase compared to probably other people's, because my Snow White's not really built like that, right? Like I have overlook gear. This is pretty good, I feel like. This is decent enough. This is good enough. I mean, this one is not the craziest, but it's okay enough, right? I feel like it's decent enough, right? It will get the job done. So let me give her a collection item and then we're gonna run some teams and just see how she performs in big 2025. All right, so for the first team, this is what I have going on. I'm really excited about this because I do actually have finally Miranda's full favorite item, right? It is only 555, but the thing is Miranda's really good for Snow White because she gives crit damage and crit rate. Well, she gives crit rate to herself, right? Where is it? This one right here, right? When entering full burst affects one ally unit with the highest attack, and she gives them a 66% crit rate buff for 1 round. Now, my only thing is, how much attack does she have? She has 1,000, or 138,000, but Helm is on the team with 168,000. How much attack is this giving? Not enough. Okay, my Helm is just, okay, well, my Helm is core 7. I might have to take, or not Crown, my Helm. I might have to take Helm off and put Naga, right? Because she doesn't have that. Okay, yeah, I'll probably just do that. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. And then we could go ahead and do this, right? That way, we're not necessarily getting the buff that I did want with freaking thing. But like Miranda is giving, basically Snow White's gonna pop off, right? Snow White should pop off, especially if she crits, right? I'm really excited for this because like I said, Snow White is a very powerful character. You guys are gonna see right here, right? When she uses her burst skill, you guys are gonna see right here. Okay, so before we begin, I do want to see who has what. So here's Snow White, okay, right? Still a very cool burst skill animation. Okay, so Snow White's at 7 million, right? Currently, Snow White has a hit rate buff, sure, an attack buff, which I'm assuming this is coming from Miranda, right? No, who has determination? Who has that? Is that herself? Oh yeah, she does. So she's giving herself an attack buff. We have damage when increasing or when attacking enemy's core. That's only for 1.3 seconds left, so it's probably not gonna last. But that's not because we have this attack, which by the time hopefully she uses her burst skill, like she pops off, hopefully we get that back. We have powering up, which is going to be active. Crit damage increased by 38%. Attack damage increased by 36%. Again, damage when attacking court increased by basically 70%. Reload speed increased. Attack increased by 64%. Crit damage increased by 25%. Crit rate increased by 66%. What about her own crit rate? Because she does give herself crit rate. When attacking during full burst time. So I guess it's like she has to attack first then before she gets that, huh? Because she didn't get that. She has to. It's not gonna work for her. She has to attack first. It's fine. All right, let's take a look. So she's at again 1 million or 7 million to boom 167 million. Now, and I think she did get the crit off there, right? But now she just has like a lot of crit, right? Like the next burst skill we enter, she's going to have insane crit. Right? Boom, boom, and then we have no other burst 3 on the team. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. That's why Helm was on the team. But I guess like what am I supposed to do there then? Because Helm was on the team for additional burst 3 and the healing. It's okay, right? How about I don't want to take Helm off the team, but we might have to. Let's just put like Raven in there for the second burst 3. Or even Red Hood. But Red Hood has way more attack, right? Yeah, I don't want that. How much attack does Raven have? I need somebody who has less attack. So let me see Raven. Okay, good. Raven has less, and then we'll put Naga in there again, right? Or we don't even need a healer. Like we could keep Helm on there realistically. Right, like having a healer is really good. Or I could put Grave. Let me just go with this comp right here. I want to do a full run. I want to do a full complete run, see what that's looking like. Then we'll try a Grave comp. Because remember, and Zwei as well. Zwei is another piercing character, right? But I feel like if you're going to run like Grave and Zwei, you must run Red Hood with Snow White. And I kind of like that, right? Snow White and Red Hood are best friends, realistically. So it's like, I really do like that, right? What are we at right now? 6.5 million. 6.5 million to are we gonna get a crit? Oh my god, 207 million? Good lord, Snow White. 201, I think it was 201 million off that one attack because of the core hit and stuff like that as well, right? That's crazy. We have no cooldown reduction, but oh my god, Naga ended up getting her thing off. It's okay, we don't care. Right, and then obviously we have Miss Raven here. Raven pop off. If you guys didn't get Raven, and I told y'all even Raven were gonna be something. I told y'all they were gonna be something even after they. People always like, because I think when it comes to these collab characters, because they're not #1, people think they're just never gonna be used. But Raven is like a meta character, and Eve is too. I see a lot of people using Eve. I see a lot of people using Raven. Right? I don't know why people really thought like these two characters weren't gonna be something. We're currently at 270 million. My thing is, if he jumps, she's just gonna let it go. Oh, that was 189 million. Damn, 189 million, and casually averaging like, okay, well, casually averaging 200k per normal is insane. And then remember, obviously, because it's only one ally, like look, the crits are gonna be non-stop here. Look at the crits, right? They should be non-stop here. Where's the crits? Okay, that's the worst crit I've ever seen in my life. Those are the worst crits I've ever seen in my life. She should have insane crit right now, right? Okay, wait, next time we get into a full burst, or not, yeah, next time I get into a full burst, I want to see what it's looking like. Okay, so okay, crit up, crit damage, attack, reload, damn, oh my god, oh, that's a lot of buffs. Okay, even increased damage of strong element, that's just by base though. So is she gonna pass Raven? Because my Raven is way more built than my Snow White, I feel like. So she needs like 300 million here. Only 189 million. Right? My Raven is, I'm telling you, Raven is a strong character. I don't know why people thought Raven was not like that. Raven is a very powerful character. Very, very powerful character. Considering this boss has no parts as well, it's quite crazy that Raven is that high. Right? Because she's nerfed if she's not fighting an enemy with parts. But yeah, Raven is definitely up there for DPS, I feel like, in this game. I don't even know who I would say is like the top 10. I feel like I could tell you guys the names of the top 10 characters, but I don't even know who I would rank. Obviously, I have Crown or Cinderella at 1. Oh, we use Naga's burst skill again, but this time with hers. How much is that? That's gonna do a lot less. Yeah, 141 million. But you see, every time you got people who sit there and they average like 500 million or even 700 million sometimes with this character's burst skill, right? Actually, let me pull up that team that Dr. Konoha made like a year ago when E-Leg dropped. Right, we're gonna wait this 30 seconds, but I'm gonna pull up that team that Dr. Konoha made, and that was a fire. That was the reason. If you don't know the lore, the reason why I wanted to build by Snow White was because of a simple video Dr. Konoha made, right, for Snow White. He made a video about her with like E-Leg, and it was just insane what I seen. It was genuinely insane what I seen. I found my video actually a year ago. Dr. Konoha convinced me to finally build a new King Snow White. That's exactly what it was, right? I want to see that so badly again. We're going to look in a second. But what she end up getting overall, right? What's her overall damage? 1.1 billion, while Raven's almost at 2 billion. That's crazy, Raven. That's insane. Yeah, let's go ahead and see that video. All right, now this was the team. Now, back then, we did not have favorite item, Miranda. And also, back then, I don't even think Crown existed because that video came out, yeah, February 26, 2024. Crown never existed back then. Right, that's crazy. Ain't that crazy to think about? Crown wasn't a thing back in that time. But I want to see, right? I just want to see what the first number is gonna hit because it one shot. Back then we didn't have a non-interception. We only had like regular interception. He just nuked Gravedigger, right? But I want to see with all this stuff, E-Leg, all these characters here. What's the numbers gonna look like with Miss? Wait, what's her thing at right now? 1 million. What's it now? Oh no, hell. I mean, like I said, back then that was crazy. Nowadays, that's not crazy, right? Nowadays, that's horrendous. But I do want to try one more team. And maybe I could try it. I want to try just one more team, right? And it's going to basically be Red Hood and Snow White as our main DPSs, right? Not only are they going to be our main DPS, we're going to have Grave as our Pierce character, and then we're also going to have Zwei, right? It's a character not a lot of people talk about, but Zwei is a great character for piercing, right? She gives pierce damage, she gives crit rate, all that good stuff, all that goody. And then that last character, it could realistically be, I mean, it could be Crown, right? I don't need to use her burst skill to get some of her effects. Like, could be Crown, or I could just go ahead and put the other helm, like this helm right here, which I think I'm gonna do. Right, so let's go here, try this right here. All that goody good stuff. I'm quite curious, right? And I do have Bunny 8 as well, which I don't have Milk. If I had Milk, I would try that comp as well. But I do want to try Ultras. We're just gonna see how this looks, and then we're gonna go try Ultra and see if this character can like just like not necessarily nuke Ultra, but like what can this character do against Ultra, if you get what I'm trying to say, right? There's Grave, boom, the piercing demon, right? And then obviously here's Snow White. Now Snow White's at 3.7. What does she have though so far? Crit rate, pierce, ammo, pierce, pierce, a lot of pierce, and she has the pierce effect now. So this is gonna be crazy, hopefully. How much? Oh no, okay, she didn't crit, but it's just 100 and something million without crit. Not too bad. I don't feel like that's too bad. I mean, it is, but it's not, right? Like, this is still a 2024 character, right? Or a 2022 character, right? So I don't expect her like, oh, now me got Red Hood doing Red Hood things. Just look at Red Hood. Oh my God. Red Hood really was one of a kind. Look at her. I remember this is what we always used to do at Red Hood. Every second we would just like undo this, and then you would see her numbers just jump up tremendously. That's exactly what we would do with Red Hood. That's all you would do with Red Hood when she first came out. We just do that and see her numbers jump up tremendously, right? We need to wait for this burst skill right here though. Okay, 152. Okay, I feel like we're fully stacked up with this summer helm now. Pop. Oh, I thought that said 900 million. It said 97 million. Okay, I'm not the biggest fan of that then. And the biggest fan of the team, but let me go ahead and we can go fight Ultra and then we'll wrap this video up. All right, basically it's my regular Ultra team. I just switched out Raven for Snow White. Because like I said, I would never use Snow White. I don't feel like until I had that fully insane like crackaholic Snow White that some people be having. I feel like I don't, because I still need to build other characters around her to get that. Like, I feel like Snow White has a specific team, if you want me to be genuine with you, right? I feel like 100% Snow White has a specific team. Like, favorite item Miranda should be on that team guaranteed. But my Miranda's not even 10-10-10. You get what I'm saying? Like, these are other things that you got to think about when it comes to these characters, I feel like. We can go ahead and just, you know, attack all that juice right there. Now this is where I'm going to be very excited to see. 20 million. Come on, Snow White. Come on, Snow White. Bop. No crit, but it's okay, right? It's no crit, but it's okay, right? Let's cover right here. Let's go. I covered way too early. It's okay though. It's okay. I covered way too early, but it's okay. And then boom. Let's delete that core. Okay. Bop, bop. Oh, I thought I had Summer Helm on the team as well for some reason. I don't know why. What am I doing? What was that? I forgot to switch my character. I forgot to switch my character. I totally forgot to switch my character, right? I think the best showcase in this entire video is probably the first one, right? Because that kind of shows, like, still 2022 characters averaging like 200 million, right? Maybe like 250 million every burst rotation. Like, that's quite crazy, right? And this is what I meant when I started this video, and I basically said, okay, let me just do this myself. Wait. Bah! Did we get that crit? Oh, we got that crit. We got that crit. We ended up getting that crit. Yes, sirski. We ended up getting that critty. Oh, I got scared for a second. I don't know why. I got so scared right there. Okay, Bob. I don't want them to use a burst skill though, so I'm gonna cover. I don't want them to use a burst skill. I don't, because Snow White can't cover when she's in that phase, right? And she's on her burst skill. You see? So wait, what's Snow White at right now? 304. Let's see. Please get that crit. No! It's okay. It's not okay, but it's okay. I mean, to be fair, I think, like I said, I was always able to get to stage 6 with this team. And we're about to get to stage 6 with this team, so I'm quite happy about that, right? I mean, we could get stage 6. It depends on how much Snow White deletes, right? But let's take a look. Now there's no excuse. Now there's no excuse, okay? She's at 327. Pop off. No, oh my God, 35 million? 35 million, Snow White? Ah, you need a crit. She needs a crit. Like, and again, this, oh, I got hit. I got hit, didn't I? I got hit, didn't I? Oh, they gonna kill us. Helm is dead, guaranteed. Helm is dead. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I don't know. I mean, like, it's not that I don't know. I'm just sorry. Y'all, excuse me. Either way, y'all, let me know what you guys think about everyone's favorite character, Snow White. I do think, like, again, the first showcase you guys see in this video is probably, like, the best you're going to get in terms of, like, representation of Snow White, because she's not supposed to just go on any team. Like, you're not going to see a nuking Snow White on any team. Even that last team I had, you're not going to see a nuking Snow White on that team, right? I feel like a nuking Snow White has her specific team, and that's more like the first team I had, but that team is just not built, obviously. I never am going to build a Snow White nuking team because I'm never going to use it. But I was really just thinking about it yesterday. I was like, damn, Snow White is like the only character that she's kind of evolved with the meta, in the sense of, like, she's not like the top meta character. She's not a bad character. She's just a character that is always going to kind of be in the same spot as she is every year, right? 2022, 2023, 2024, and even now 2025, going on 2026, this character is just in the same spot, in sense of, like, what she needs to do, she's still doing it at that level, right? Where you have other characters who, back in the day, they were averaging 500 million. Nowadays, they still average 500 million. That's not good. Where this character, back in the day, she was averaging 500 million. Nowadays, I see Snow White hitting 4 billion. I see Snow White hitting 6 billion. You guys go find it online. I'm telling you, I've seen all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying Snow White is realistically one of those characters. But you guys let me know. Are you guys a fan of Snow White? Are you guys happy that Snow White is still relevant to, you know, an extent, right? Let me know. And if you guys want more of these, like, little testing videos or just random characters in Nikke, let me know down below. But I love all you guys. Subscribe and like if you enjoyed this video. I'm out. Peace.